Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wing...
He's gone for goal! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family, remembering his father played in the English top flight. The most talked about man in football. He's really one of a kind and marauds his way around the pitch.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Foden showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rodri. Foden. Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Battling for the right to play in the early stages.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
Foden. Rodri.
And he's had it nicked away.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Vinicius Junior picked out brilliantly. Bellingham! It's in!
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a...
Shot a goal! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured,
He's one-on, shoots! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Foden gets it away.
And it's Camavinga.
Vinicius, decent chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they're at it again in double quick time. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Madrid
Find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Valverde receives it in a... Can he finish? Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Ake did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. And a chance! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Madrid are having a ball here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Valverde. Tries, and the shot! He's scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
As if three weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian.
It's become a case of men against boys.
And it's Reinders. Foden. Camavinga. Chouameni. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's a fine interception. Ake. Rodri. Quality ball. And they're quick to get it back. Mbappe. And he's managed to get free. Bernardo Silva. And we hit half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Madrid have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. That gets things going for the second half.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Ake. And Reinders. Rodri. Oh, a delicate chip through. He's in a great position here. Shot, surely!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Back into the middle. Threads one in. Bernardo Silva. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Haaland. Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Aims beyond the defence. Great ball, and he's in here. Haaland finds himself offside. And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
There's nothing quite like match. He's going for goal! It's their first effort on goal.
Vinicius Junior probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Distributed tidily. Now it's Bernardo Silva. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. Madrid are looking to go forward now. And it's Camavinga. Chouameni. Great vision. Lewis cuts it out. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Rodri. Good pressure, determined, intense. Bellingham. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, that's a key interception. Vardiol. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Cleared away. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's surging through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Rodri. Out to the right. Bernardo Silva. And he whips. He's got tall. Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Oh, Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Looking to play him in, and he welcomes it in. It is a corner. It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Doku. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And they can counter here. Valverde. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. And he's had a hit! And he has kept it out somehow!
Vinicius Junior clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Camavinga gets into a good position. Bernardo Silva. And it's Reinders. Here's Rodri. Lewis. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. And Ake. Doku. And it's Reinders. Camavinga. Chance here to counter. And here's Mbappe. Back they go.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Reinders has got himself a free kick. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Guardiol. Rodri. Now it's Bernardo Silva. There's the whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Il proprietario dell'auto blu parcheggiata davanti ai cancelli è invitato a spostarla, altrimenti sarà rimossa.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Lewis. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Reinders. And here's Marmoush. Out to the left it goes. Ball driven towards... Oh, smashing header! No, not the best of headers. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Great challenge, time to perfection. Doku. Marmoush. Now Ruben Diaz. Played out to the right. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. And it's Rodri. Camavinga. Lewis. Played over towards the opposite flank. Doku. He's found a way past.
L'affluenza di
And
quest'oggi
Guardiol.
è di 17.007 spettatori.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Lewis. Reinders. And Guardiol. And it's Rodri. Now it's Mbappe. And the counter is on. Now it's Mbappe. Chouameni. Valverde. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Lewis. Rodri. And it's Reinders. Ruben Dias. Doku might just make this. Reinders. Marmouche. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Camavinga.
That's going in strongly.
And he plays one through.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now that looks a decent ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Reinders.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 5.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And they're quick to get it back. And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper. Camavinga. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Can he finish? And he's heaved it away. Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. That's been cut out, well played. Stones spots it and intercepts. Has a look and plays it forward. Tries to pass it through. There's the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And he shoots! And he gets rid in a hurry. Ruben Dias deals with that comfortably.
This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
Oh, it's terribly wayward. And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Into stoppage time, and it is still 0-0.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And it's Bernardo Silva. Lovely feet. Look at the space here. Reinders tries across. Courtois deals with that nice and simple. Good ball, good take. And the counter is on. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius, decent chance! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Now it's Camavinga. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And here's Bernardo Silva. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Lewis tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He rises! No, not the best of headers.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Carvajal. Rodri. He won't be happy with that one. Mbappe. Searching pass he's played there. And it's Lewis. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Eder Militao. Rudiger. Camavinga. Rudiger. Chouameni. Bellingham. And it's made its way to him. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior! They want to be quick to recover this. Bernardo Silva. Here's Rodri. It's run loose here. And it's Bellingham. Valverde. And here's Camavinga. Now there's a fine ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. In with the challenge. Camavinga. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Now it's Haaland. Distributed tidily. Bernardo Silva gets into some space. Oh, that's nice. And it's Lewis. Reinders. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's been slipped through. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Reinders receives it in a wide position. Rodri. And here's Haaland. That's very neat. Pinches it off him. Camavinga.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, some tackle that.
Now who's going to be first to this? This looks promising. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Madrid have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
That is a great pick out. He's found a way through.
Vinicius Junior looking understandably energised after his goal. Reinders. Now it's Haaland. Goes looking wide.
The message is clear, none shall pass.
Vardiol.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Madrid just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
No way through, so back it comes.
Here comes another cross.
Doku. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Ake kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Camavinga, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Bernardo Silva.
Oh, it's come loose.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And he's picked it up out wide. Haaland, Reinders.
Oh, important interception.
Valverde.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
And here's Bellingham. There's the shot! It's a loose ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Tchouaméni calmly anticipates. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get onto this?
He's shifting through the gears here. Goes down, but nothing given.
And it's Rodri. Madrid still ahead by the game's only goal. Rodri. And it's Rodri. Now that's well seen too. And here's the chance to counter. And he's managed to get free. Now this could be a chance. Well, that's an excellent interception. Reinders. Very much into the last knockings. It's a promising position. He's picked his way through. That's good play. Reinders. Now it's Foden. He's a shot.
Can he finish? And it's in! Dying minutes, and we're all square again.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 8.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So, all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Matches Nunes puts his foot on the gas. So, just one extra minute for stoppages. And that's that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva. He's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that will be a standout for this team over the course, I can assure you.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Reinders. And he's intervened well there. Asensio. Rodrigo. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Goulet. Vinicius Junior. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Haaland. He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Mbappe. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Not the most accurate pass. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that looks a decent ball, and he plays one through, and he's well positioned here. Goulet threads one in. This ended up in no man's land. Now, can they get him away?
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Clipped into space, and that is expertly dealt with. That pass isn't the best. Goulet. No, that's been intercepted. Doku. And it's Reinders. And he's Foden! Oh, that was no routine save.
Foden actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Numero 20. Viene sostituito con il numero 4.
And we have our very first corner. Chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Madrid are looking to go forward now. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Haaland. Goulet. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Bernardo Silva. Look at this. Shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Linked with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Mbappe. It's gone out for a throw-in. He's had it taken off him. Guardiola cuts it out. Madrid making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now this could be a chance. Goulet. Well, that looks a good ball through. He's found a way through. Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, no joy this time. Ruben Dias. More and more pressure on the ball here. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Oh, it's a great ball here. And the shot! And it's a goal! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And he is going into that little black book. Has a shot! Bernardo Silva. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Shot could be on. Chance, surely! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Rodrigo. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Guardiola makes the interception. Rodri. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Madrid are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And we're underway again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Doku. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Foden. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Bellingham. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well timed, excellent interception. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Rodrigo. Can he get it through? Oh, super ball, and the shot! And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Madrid are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And he's gone backward here. He's free, he has got space.
And he's in on goal. Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
And it's Reinders. Looking to play him in.
There's the shot! And yes, it's there! Just one goal in it now. Game on!
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
That was a given. It always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Rodrigo, and he was alert to it.
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Reinders.
Madrid suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift in.
Chance for a shot! It's fallen kindly here. It's in. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He's picked his way through, skims one in. And that has been knocked clear. Oh, good spread. And the return pass.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means...
Can he finish? Now, oh, he's been caught napping.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 17.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Numero 5. Lasciano il campo per il numero 3.
It's a loose ball.
12, il numero 8. Cambio di giocatori.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Madrid will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Tries to play it through. Back into the middle. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Great vision. Alaba deals with that comfortably.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Mbappe. Savinho.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And here's Mbappe. That's a good ball out wide. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Valverde pinches it off him. Savinho. Haaland. He slid in and...
Oh, he's been... Real chance! Oh, it's in! Late in the day, this could well be it! So that's it, it is all over.
Madrid did lead, indeed they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him.
And the shot! Goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Marmoush, spread out to the left. And he was alert to it. Carvajal, that's a lovely, neat pass. Lewis cuts out the pass. And here's Haaland. Nicely weighted ball. Mbappe! And he's managed to get free. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Eder Militao cuts it out. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Marmouche. Well, that looks a decent ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Mbappe! He's beaten the last man. Mbappe! Rodri. Oh, perfectly measured that. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Guardiola makes the interception. Lewis. Rodri. And Reinders. And it's Rodri. Marmouche. Rudiger gets over and intercepts. And here's Marmouche. Aims beyond the defence. And a chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Marmouche clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Oh, nicely intercepted. Lewis. And Reinders. And it's Rodri. And it's Bernardo Silva. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He has found the way through. That has not gone well. Knocks it into space. Looking for a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Reinders goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Rodri. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. And he plays one through. Oh, he's burst and shot a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Tries to play it through. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's in on goal. Great ball, and he's in here. Rudiger, well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, shooting chance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Reinders. Marmouche. Doku. Marmouche.
He's shifting through the gears here. And he can clear it away.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Madrid go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. So off we go once more. Nouri. And Reinders. Haaland. And here's Marmoush. Looking for the run. Chouameni. It's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Bellingham. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Carvajal really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Some really good ball movement. Looking for options for movement. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Camavinga. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time.
He's found the way through.
And he's cut it out. Doku. And it's Rodri. Haaland. Played out to the right. Now this could be a chance.
And Marmoush! Really well taken goal.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Now it's Mbappe. He's picked his way through. Oh, Red, nice interception.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
But they've got it again.
And this shoots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Reinders. Here's Doku. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And it's Reinders. He's had it taken off him.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Valverde powering forward here. Doku. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Doku. It's a searching pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Out to the right. He's a sharp little ball here. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior, given the lift of his goal. It's a good run down the right.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Tries to pass it through. Valverde. Great vision. Rodri. Lewis. Now it's Reinders. Camavinga does really well to win the ball there. 5 minutes left on the clock. Vinicius Junior.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Guardiola kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Lewis. And here's Haaland. Lewis has it in a wide position. That's that, the end. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Vinicius Junior voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we referred to before the game, and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was exploited.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as this guy, Vinicius Jr., in some time. His favourite move is to receive the ball in a wide position, attract defenders his way, where he can turn them and just leave them behind and have a clean run at goal. He's a very tricky customer and getting better week by week.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference. There's the shot! And it's come back out to him. It's there! First blood drawn. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Lewis cuts it out. Reinders. Passing is crisp and sharp. Camavinga.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That has been cut short. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Lewis. Some good work on the right flank here. And there's green grass ahead of him. Shot could be on. Might be danger here. And he was alert to it. Vinicius Jr. And the counter is on. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Stood up well to him there. Bellingham receives it in a good position here.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile.
Shot, surely! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. That's just playing it safe and simple. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Reinders charging forward, the ball at his feet. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He won't be happy with that one. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Ake. And it's Bernardo Silva. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Mbappe.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Alexander-Arnold, can he get on the end of this? He's on it, can he get away? And a chance! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Simplicity itself.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily...
Shoots! Oh, split-second reaction.
Rodri actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pass somewhat off target. Reinders. Rodri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Haaland. And it's Lewis. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Camavinga. Foden, Haaland. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Haaland. Chouameni. Vinicius Junior.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
And this is Marmouche! Really well taken goal. And again they hit the front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Bernardo Silva. Chouameni. And now the breakaway.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well timed, excellent interception. Foden.
Madrid needing a change of fortune here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Looking to play him in. Nice interception, well timed. Valverde. Vinicius Junior being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Vinicius Junior!
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Alexander-Arnold deals with that comfortably.
Valverde.
No way through. Reinders. Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. And it's been shipped out wide.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
He's in a great position here. Out towards the flank. Back towards the middle.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, this is a great position. Oh, good claim by the keeper. He's certainly earned his keep there. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Not the most accurate pass. Camavinga does really well to win the ball there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Nicely weighted ball. Madrid are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Big chance! Sticks it away! Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 5.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Numero 3.
This is quite a battle.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Il numero 21. Il numero 24. Attenzione al
Goulet.
cambio.
He's a shot. He's having a shot! It's loose now and they want it this time, surely! Oh, yes! It's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Vinicius Junior simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived. And boy, did he hit it.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Tries to pass it through. Vinicius Junior. Brahim. And the shot! They've scored! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think...
And that's it. Madrid have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Vinicius Junior claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together, and it's been a very impressive turnaround.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. it.